My name is Elise Berger. Eliseberger. I'm a pitcher. I first found out about MLB develops and their events when I was either 11 or 12 when the first Trailblazers started. I applied, and that Trailblazers was the first one I went to. I've seen myself grow as a player in a lot of different ways, both through my on-game skills, but then also like off-game and all of the other things that complement what you do on field, whether that comes to strength and conditioning off the field, nutrition, or even just mental side of baseball. Like, it's all grown tremendously since I was 12 to now. One lesson I've taken away from Develops is just how big and supportive of a community you have. And on top of all of the baseball things you've learned, there's also that connection with all the other girls you're with, and those really last. My favorite part of MLB Develops events is just being able to play on the field with other girls, and when you're used to playing with guys all the time and you're the only girl on the field, it's really fun to just come and be able to relax and play the game without that added pressure. My message to anyone looking to get involved with MLB Develops is just go for it. It's an awesome opportunity. It opens up friends, connections from moments now to so many much more in the future. The connections we make here will definitely help. Those connections are going to last a lifetime. Those friends are going to last a lifetime. And you're going to learn so much that I really encourage anyone interested to join.
Elise Berger's journey to baseball began in 2017 when she was 12 years old with the Major League Baseball sponsored Trailblazer Series. And MLB has put together a number of programs over the years encouraging girls and women to not only absorb the game, but to play the game of baseball. And the great end to this story, it's not really an end, but it's a next step, is that Elise has signed on to play Division III college baseball at Bard College starting in the fall. It's great to have her on the program with us. Elise, congratulations. Good morning. Welcome. Nice to visit with you today.
Morning, yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, let's get right to it because you know better than anybody that you're breaking ground here as a woman playing baseball. You chose baseball over softball. Walk us through that decision.
Yeah, so I mean, I've played baseball my entire life. I've never actually played any softball. It started all the way back in T-ball when I got the chance and signed up, and from there I've just continued playing from Little League to Babe Ruth into middle school and high school, and now I'm going and committed to playing college.
So, Elise, are you currently on your high school baseball team?
Yes, yep. I pitched for my high school team last year, and we won the Vermont State Championship.
That is really cool. Now, what about in the summers? You obviously do the MLB series of stuff, but do you play like local travel baseball as well?
Yes, so for the past, I think, 5 or 6 years, I've played on a local travel team named the Bases Loaded Bulldogs, which has been a huge part of my growth and success, and really have a family in that. And so I play with them most of the time in the summer, and then on top I have the MLB Develops events and the USA events. I play with the women there as well.
So you realize, Elise, you're picking the path of the most resistance here, right? Not only do you live in Vermont, where it's freezing most of the year and you got to train indoors, you're playing a game where there just aren't a lot of women playing at the level that you participate. I want to know how you're responded to, the reactions you have from opponents. I'm sure your teammates have embraced your participation, but do you ever get raspberried and heckled by opponents?
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to come across people who don't know how to respond to you being a girl on a baseball team. I'd say generally in Vermont, I've been really fortunate that I haven't had a lot of blowback on me playing girl. I've had all my teams and the majority of my opponents have been super supportive of what I do, which is really cool because I know that's not the case for a lot of girls across the country, and it can be really isolating for some girls.
How often do you come across another girl in the high school circuit, so to speak?
As far as I know right now, I'm the only girl playing in Vermont.
Yeah, I was going to say that'd be different. So let's talk about softball. Why no softball, or could you do both?
There are a lot of women who do play both. For me, I just was never really interested in playing softball, and also as a pitcher, there's not a ton of course, overlap. The difference between pitching and baseball and softball is, of course, very different. So for a lot of position players, that can be a shift that they can do. But for me, that just was never an interest of mine.
And I understand you're a multi-sport athlete, too. What other sports do you play?
Yeah, so I'm currently just starting my basketball season, which so far we're 2-0, which is a great start.
So what position are you playing in basketball? Where they got you at?
I'm our point guard.
Okay. Now, how tall are you?
5'11".
5'11", so you got great height.
You know, you mentioned earlier, Elise, I thought it was an interesting comment when you said that for a lot of girls and women that want to participate in baseball, it can be isolating. Now that you're out there as kind of a leader, a groundbreaker here, have other girls reached out to you, and how do you embrace that role as maybe somebody that could be a mentor to other girls around the country?
Yeah, I think it's really important for younger girls to see role models and women in baseball, to see that it's possible. Growing up, I was the only one, and I didn't know much about women's baseball, that there were other women playing baseball until I've discovered all these MLB and USA events. So just being able to have other people who have been through the same things you're going through and the same challenges, it's really powerful to have other women that you could see doing what you want to do.
Well, it's interesting reading about your story a little bit. Bard College has been following you for a number of years. This was not a gimmick or anything like that. They followed your potential and said, hey, she can really help our program. When did they first start contacting you?
I believe I first started talking with Bard going into my junior year. Somebody had reached out. They were interested in promoting and helping women play in college baseball. So it's a very supportive place that they're actively trying to help support women in the game. And then from there, we just kind of stayed in contact, and has led to the offer and my commitment.
Did I see Bruce Chen behind you in one of those video shots? Was he an instructor there with Major League Baseball? Did he do any stand-up comedy? You know, he's a pretty funny dude.
Oh, he's awesome. I love Bruce. Yeah.
Did you have, growing up or currently, a favorite Major League team? Do you watch Big League Baseball, Elise?
Yes, yeah. So I was a New England native. Red Sox, definitely my favorite team. And growing up, I was a big fan of Xander Bogaerts, so that was a bit of a hard adjustment when he left for the Padres.
Yeah, those are rough. Isn't it? It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, we're talking to a young person here whose favorite player growing up was Xander Bogaerts. Yeah. Our favorite players growing up were like Reggie Jackson and Mickey Mantle. We're a little older than you.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this, too. With the Olympics coming back in softball in 2028, would that have maybe changed your thought had the Olympics in softball been a big sport now in 24 or something like that for you?
For me personally, probably not. Again, I just have never done anything with softball. But I think for some women that definitely would be an interest for sure.
So what's the end game? Do you want to be, obviously you're trying to be a pro baseball player. Had you thought about someday I want to work in baseball at some capacity? Kind of take me through your thought process to the next steps.
Yeah, so I'm interested for college, potentially studying biochemistry, and then I think it'd be really cool to be able to apply that into a baseball realm as a career. And of course, I don't know exactly what that'll look like. That's definitely something I'm still exploring. And but I think it would be really cool to stay in sports, definitely within baseball. And even coaching, I think, could be a really cool thing for me in the future.
So I see you got on the MLB series. I got one on, too, the Dream Series coming up. So
yeah, I didn't get mine suddenly.
Yeah, he didn't get his memo. Sorry
Happens a lot around here.
So they do all these developments along the way. What's it like for going to a female baseball camp? Who are some of the instructors, and what do you come across, and what are they helping you grow and do?
Yeah, so the events are really cool, and it's a way to get a lot of girls coming together and to meet each other, which is a really unique experience. The coaching staff is a lot of the women's national team coaching staff, more players, and then we also have ex-MLB players that have come, which is really cool to be able to talk and meet those people and have those connections as really knowledge coaches and experienced in the game. And then, like I said, the connections you make with the other girls are really long-lasting. I stay in contact with a ton of the girls I've met. Actually, I was texting a few of them this morning. So you just create really close relationships there.
You can read Elise's story. There's a great article that posted today on MLB.com written by Michael Clare. You can read that on MLB.com. We sure appreciate the time today, Elise. We wish you nothing but success in your baseball journey. Good luck at Bard.
Yeah, thank you.